Hello, I'm Professor David Maguire, the head of the university, or Principal and Vice-Chancellor to use my full title. I'd like to extend a very warm welcome to you from me and everyone else here in Dundee. This is a very special ceremony because of both the wonderful students who are graduating and the very strange circumstances in which we find ourselves. Normally in my graduation speeches, I would be welcoming everyone to Dundee on behalf of the city and the university. Sadly, this is not possible when we're in this period of social distancing due to the coronavirus. The university's own researchers are amongst those striving to find treatments for COVID-19 and to protect against future threats. Our hope is that it won't be too long before we're able to return to mass gatherings such as graduation ceremonies, and that we may be able to be welcoming you back to Dundee for such an occasion. However, we cannot let the achievements of our new graduates pass without a celebration while we wait for such a day. You have worked immensely hard over these past few years to achieve your degree, and I want to join colleagues across the university in offering my wholehearted congratulations. Well done, you did it. It requires dedication and commitment to reach this stage, and you should be enormously proud of all it is that you have achieved. Our core mission as a university is to transform lives by the creation, sharing, and application of knowledge. In your time at the university, you will have gained new knowledge and skills that you can now take into the world. You will have found new friends and possibly even your life partner. I hope that your time at this fine university has equipped you to step into the next stage of your life with confidence and with a spirit of adventure, to be bold, creative, and innovative. The Sunday Times named us as their University of the Year 2020 for student experience, citing our outstanding scores for teaching quality and the wider student experience. This followed on from them calling Dundee the best place to live in Scotland. They also referenced our Gold Award in the National Teaching Excellence Framework and the success of our Student Partnership Agreement with DUSA, your Students' Union. It is a combination of values and performance that staff and students across the university have used to work together to achieve wonderful things over many years, and this is a relationship which we are committed to maintaining even during challenging times such as these. Of course, COVID-19 isn't the only issue in the world today. I believe you are the next generation who will solve some of the big challenges. And our research already makes an impact across the world, whether it's measuring how climate change is shrinking glaciers, making breakthroughs against diseases such as Parkinson's, or even finding out why it is that we are prone to making worse decisions when we're hungry. We are ranked in the world's top 50 by the Times Higher Education Media Organisation in their impact rankings. This recognises that the role of universities extends beyond research and teaching to engagement, knowledge transfer, and innovation for societal good, and it measures successes delivering the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. There are many aspects of your time at Dundee that you will cherish. Perhaps one is an appreciation of local comic humour. In your future careers, may you proceed as fast as Billy the Wiz, be more successful in financial matters than Woolley, and a little less desperate than Dan. As well as making an impact and taking Dundee's work to the world, we also bring the world to Dundee. Our community, more than ever, is an international one. Our roots are distinctly Scottish, but we work on a global stage. The global pandemic has presented many major challenges to our activity at home and abroad, but we remain committed to offering an education to people from all around the globe. We have students and staff who come to the university from around 150 different countries. That's nearly 3/4 of all the countries in the world. We cherish their insights and special contributions to our community. You will have experienced our strong community spirit yourselves during your studies with us, and I hope you continue to feel part of it for many years to come. As global ambassadors with a lifelong membership of the University of Dundee, you should always consider that this is your university. Take pride in that membership and share your passion for the university and connection to the city of Dundee in the years ahead, wherever it is that you may be. As you step forward proudly into the next phase of your life, my advice to you is to be bold, be confident, be caring, and above all, aim high. Take with you the things that you have learnt here at Dundee: hard work, determination, and the certain knowledge that you will succeed if you put your heart and your mind into it, just as you have here. On behalf of everyone at the University of Dundee, I do offer you my heartfelt congratulations, and I wish you every continuing success. Good luck.
Hello, I'm Jim Livesey. I'm the Dean of Humanities. We've met before. I want to congratulate all the graduating students of the class of 2020 from the School of Humanities at the University of Dundee. Well done. It's such a pity we're not together in person, but I hope you feel part of the community stretched out across the city, the country, and the globe. So, Mary Lily Walker was working a long time ago, and Mrs. Baxter even longer still. You never met them, right? But you have met the people teaching you who have been part of that tradition. And I want to pick up some of the work, and I'm going to leave some folk out. I'm going to pick up some of the work that's done in the school that is really in that wonderful tradition of ambitious but open scholarship. I want to talk about Undine Zellbach's work. We're used to philosophers thinking deeply and creatively and right to the edge of what the human intellect and imagination are capable of. But Undine goes past that. Undine works on the cognition and imagination of animals and attempts to express that through forms of creative practice, dance and other things. That ambition, not just to wrap your arms around the human population, to see how other people think and other people imagine, but to wrap your arms around other animals, not even mammals, people from completely different phyla. That's the kind of ambition I think has characterized this university, and I hope it's the kind of ambition that you can recognize and that imagination that you can be part of too. And there's so much wonderful work that goes on inside the school, looking at other cultures and other people. I want to pick out the work that Matt Graham is doing in Africa. Matt, as you know, works on the ANC and has published wonderful stuff on the way in which the ANC developed its foreign policy. What you may not know is that Matt's directly working with PhD students in Zambia, in Zimbabwe, and in South Africa, helping to build a humanities community in Southern Africa. And this is really important stuff. The British Academy and the Foreign Office have long been engaged in something called the Nairobi process, which is understood that one of the things that African countries need is a community of scholarship, a community of humanities graduates and humanities PhDs who are able to bring their distinctive skills to bear on the problems of development, problems of poverty, and the opportunities of creative imagination that are present in those countries. Matt is working selflessly, because so much of that work does not have his name on it, developing other people to do their best and to create their best, to have their best life and to contribute to the flourishing of their societies. Right? I know a load of you have taken Matt's courses, and you'll recognize that kind of generosity in him. I hope that that's the kind of thing that you can take forward as well. And Nandini's work, Nandini Bhattacharya, could not be more appropriate for the moment. Nandini's looking at the way in which pharmaceuticals and the medical industry work in India. This is a million miles away from the experience of most of us. But Nandini's teaching touched so many of you that you elected her our Tutor of the Year and the recipient of the Jim Stewart Award this year. I know she was incredibly touched by that. I was really impressed that our undergraduate body recognized that kind of work and that kind of contribution as what they most associated themselves with. There is nothing gladdens our heart more than when we see your imagination lift off and your capacity for creative sympathy with other people expressed in that way. It's a little thing in some ways. to vote for and elect somebody in your own local environment, in which to recognize difference. When that gets expressed at a global level, though, that's incredibly powerful stuff. And I know that you guys are going forward with those kinds of capacities into the future. Another feature of the work of the school from its very beginnings, and by its beginnings I mean back in the 19th century, has been its enormous commitment to creative work. And the space I'm standing in, which is the Dundee Comics creative space, is a real testimony to that. As you know, comics have been part of the city of Dundee for hundreds of years. And publishing is a huge industry here still. In fact, it's one of the biggest employers, so people don't know that. What people like Golnar and Chris have done have been to take that capacity and, working in partnership with the city, create amazing opportunities. Many of you will have already taken some of these, but especially for top postgraduate and for PhD students, to work in this amazing space and to work with new communities who probably have been represented in those kinds of comics before. One of the most successful things we've ever published from the School of Humanities is this wonderful comic that was created in association with the School of Education and Social Work called Fibromyalgia in Us, which offered information to people to explain the reality of and the experience of and the stories of people who are afflicted by one of the hidden disabilities, one of the things that makes it hardest for people to share in the world. Right? In your work with people like Golnar and Chris, and in the other creative writers, people like Kirsty, people like Heather, you have learned how to express your story, but more importantly, how to recognize the stories of others and give them purchase and a place to be expressed as well. And for so many of us as well, learning a language has been one of the key features of our time at Dundee. And it is, I think, a hidden strength of this university, and one of the key things about our school, that language instruction in the school is so good. It has been one of the great frustrations, obviously, of this year, that we haven't been able to travel, we haven't been able to use those kinds of skills. But in the years to come, as you move around the planet, that wonderful capacity so many of you have picked up in second and in some cases third languages will become a really useful tool for negotiating a way through the world and for opening up what you have to give to other people. And I want to conclude on a kind of a note of optimism, really. You know, this might seem like a really dark time. I know for some of you, going out there into the world trying to find jobs in a moment where the economy is not going to be great, this is not going to be a particularly easy moment. But you are the educated men and women of this time. You have all the skills and everything you need to meet the moment. You will not have it easy, right? But I have every confidence that the kinds of solutions we need to find to how to live with endemic disease, to how to respond to climate change, to how to fully integrate the full capacity of human flourishing, to how to understand the relationship of human society, and to live with other species and in harmony with the planet. You have all these capacities, and you're going to make huge, huge contributions, as well as, I hope, having happy lives. You will always be members of the University of Dundee. We hope we'll see some of you back with us, picking up new skills, new capacities, developing new kinds of research. But even if you never again put a foot in Dundee, you will always carry part of Dundee with you, and I hope that is going to be to your benefit. It's been a privilege to be the dean of your school. It's been a privilege to have you as part of our university, and we wish you everything good as you go forward.
Thank my parents, Flat 11, my friends, Dundee's Hope, my Gowdy family, and Saffron behind the camera for helping me through my last 4 years of university.
Thank you, Dundee, for giving me a brilliant time and some experiences I'll never forget. I'd also like to thank my parents who supported me the whole time and made this possible. Thank you.
I'd like to thank my parents, my friends, and David for supporting me and getting me through the last 4 years of university. I'm very thankful to have graduated from the University of Dundee.
Congratulations, class of 2020. Can't believe we've made it. Many thanks to my son, my family, my friends, my colleagues, and good luck, everyone. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Fiona Douglas and I'm the University Chaplain. To you, all our graduates, I want to say heartfelt congratulations for all you've achieved at Dundee University, for the way you faced challenges and achieved your goals. Today we all celebrate with you. May you go forward with every blessing as you use your newfound wisdom and skill for the benefit of future generations. May our world be enriched by your learning. We ask this blessing for you, our graduates. Wherever you go, whatever you do, may you find strength and fulfillment, happiness and peace. Congratulations to you all.